seconds today. Taas mo na quantity. There. Sobrang baba. Thank you. 15 seconds. Yeah, thank you. Siyempre, matagal na, no? There's an echo I hear. Uy! We're live na. Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at 3 o'clock sa mga taong nag-abang sa guest natin for today. Huwag na natin i-plastic to. Kasi na-excite kayo. Ang bilis naman. Nag-join lahat kagad mga, I have 15 viewers, all of kagad ng ano. Cheska Weinbrenner is watching. Ross Huzon. Anthony Patrick Cruz. Ago Coronado. Ate V, nandiyan ka ulit. Alam ko, ayaw mo magpakita. So, thank you, Joey. You want to say good afternoon to all these people who are joining us today?
Sure. Good afternoon, everybody. I mean, I hope everybody is safe. Okay, it's been 40 days. And I hope that in the 40 days that have transpired, we are all undergoing our own transformations as well. If you notice and if you look outside, Jesus Christ, the earth is beautiful.
Alam mo,
di ba, Raymond, the sky has never been cleaner.
I know it.
By 61%. Okay, oil prices have dropped tremendously, which only goes to prove one day that, you know, it only proves one thing, you know, the earth doesn't need us. But we are not masters of the earth. We are merely its tenants. Okay, so.
I know, it's nakakaasar.
I just
Nag-ahay na sila. Ayan, you can read the comments good. Nakakaasar nga yung realization na hindi tayo kailangan ng Earth. So, at the end of the day, tayo pala yung virus ng Earth that they're trying to get rid of. If you wanna look at it that way.
Yeah, I mean, di ba? I mean, everything was brought about because we violated nature. I mean, whoever said we had to eat those bats, right? And we actually provoked nature. So, nature fought back. And we realized that, you know, okay, when nature fights back, we are all really helpless. We are of minuscule proportion to the order of the universe. Alam mo kahapon, Ray, medyo nabaliw ako kasi nag-alarm level 1 ang Taal, di ba? So sabi ko,
okay. Alam niyo kahapon?
Yeah. Lumindol, nag-intensity 4 in the area of Taal. So I was telling myself, okay, my God, what else are we going to go through, right? It's paparandam ang universe atin. Yeah.
Hindi pa yun. During my live yesterday at 3 o'clock, nagkaroon ng lindol naman sa LA. Si Giselle Tonji nanonood from LA, and a lot of people are watching from different parts of the world now are watching. We have people from Kuwait and so. Pero yesterday nga, nagka-lindol sa LA, so nagpapanik sila. Other than the virus, sabi nga, mamamatay pa sila na madadaganan.
I don't know, but I guess, you know, I just guess we have to accept. Okay, these are the norms of things right now. We rely on our mortality, right? Like Raymond, exactly 6 months ago, did you ever imagine that we would be in this position? You know, hindi ba? We all had plans, and then all it took was just you know, one moment, one split second of somebody eating that pangolin or that bat, and the whole world changed. My God, hindi ba? So you know, yeah.
Ako naman challenge. No. It's okay. You're right. But I'm just trying to say, you really think galing sa bats yan? Or haven't you noticed that every 5 years, nagre-release virus ang China? Nagsimula sa SARS, H1N1, may bird flu, tapos the coronavirus is actually an extension of the SARS virus, if you really think about it.
Look, but you know, you can come up with all these conspiracy theories. We can put up, you know, we can put up all these political context to things that are happening. But again, Raymond, let us realize that there are certain things that we can control and certain things that we cannot. There are certain things in our powers, and there are certain things which are not. The whole scope of the whole political gameplay is something which we as individuals cannot control, hindi ba?
Ang gulo-gulo.
Hindi ba? So sinasabi ko, I mean, do I have to get involved? Yes, I am involved. Okay, but will I matter? Yes, I can matter, but in my own way. Now, the moment you become very negative about all these things, Raymond, di ka makakatulog sa gabi. Hindi ba? Hindi ka
Uy, alam mo, marami yung nakakatulog sa gabi dahil sa anxiety. Ikaw, are you a victim of the anxiety of this crisis or situation?
You know what, Raymond? We belong to a profession na talagang we have all the reasons to be anxious. We don't know if we still have jobs. Di ba? We don't. I can
True.
explain that if you ask me, di ba? Tayong na nasa entertainment, tayong na nasa photography in the arts, we don't even know if we have jobs yet. We are living on savings alone. And there are people who work for us who are suffering. Okay? Suffering. So, if I think of all this and say and put this burden on my shoulder each night before I go to sleep, siguro kahit kalahating garapong melatonin ang ininom ko, hindi ako makakatulog. Hindi
Oh my God.
ako makakatulog. So, ways of approaching it, Raymond, either you leave it up to your faith, you leave it up to God, or secondly, you learn to accept, adapt, and then advance. Hindi ba? That's the only way.
Totoo. But you know what? We've always, gusto kong paalam rin sa lahat ng taong nanonood. We've always been like this. Hindi po porke ngayon lang nangyari na. Nagkataon sabay-sabay around the world yung nangyari sa atin. But we've always have three important things as human beings. We always adapt to situations. When we adapt, we survive the situation. Kahit nag-life yan, ganito ho yan. Adapt, survive, and then we evolve. Some people devolve. But after we've learned from mistakes, we evolve into a better person. Nagkataon na nagkasabay on a pandemic level itong adapt, survive, and evolve system of you being a human being.
Kaya sa katatakbuhan, di ba, any corner of the world, di ba, unless you go into some isolated island of Zimbabwe, hindi ba, nawala yung virus. Everywhere you go, it's the same. It's the same. It's only the levels of which they're able to control the situation which are different. But it's a worldwide problem. So what can you do? You just have to, face the problem, then
Face the
accept.
problem.
Yeah. Pero alam mo sa ngayon, Raymond, hindi namin alam ang kinabukasan naghihintay sa amin sa pelikula at sa telebisyon. Hindi ba? Maski sa content, maski sa mga platform, hindi namin alam.
I have a question. I know you, some people know this, but I know you've been very busy Zooming meetings with other directors and other groups of people in the industry. I'm curious if you don't mind sharing, but if top secret, I want to understand.
Go ahead.
Are you guys preparing for something na hindi namin alam?
No, ganito. Assuming na on 30th alisin ang quarantine, although I don't think they will, no?
I doubt that.
Okay, assuming that they do remove the quarantine, it's not like you just remove the quarantine and then let everybody go back to normal. Raymond, let us stop kidding ourselves that we're going to go back to the old world that we know. It won't be the same.
Wala na yun. Oo.
Okay, all right. Let me give you an example. I live in two worlds. Okay, I live in the world of education. For everybody out there, Raymond was my student. Okay, all right. I was a very
Hindi. For those people, ganito kami ka-close ni ang malaking utang na loob ko kay Joey. Kahit mukhang magkasing edad kami, mas nauna ho siya sa akin. So, wala akong magagawa. Kung umiinom si Joey Reyes ng formalin at ganyan pa rin ang itsura niya, hindi ho ako. From the very time na hindi ko siya hanggang ngayon ganyan pa rin ang itsura niya. Kaya sabi namin, either impacto, vampira, or umiinom siya ng formalin. Number one. Number two, I have to say this because I can never be I cannot stop my being grateful or being to have met you talaga in my formative years in college is because he has introduced me also to theater. Hindi lang ho siya as a writer when I met you as my teacher, but also as a filmmaker. Tapos he introduced me pa to theater. The experience up to now is so important to me that it actually is part of my everyday thing when I shoot in the studio. Yes, I direct people in front, and it's also because Joey Reyes has exposed me to the theater on a different level. Hindi yung mga high school production na kakanta-kanta ka lang. It was a deeper sense of kaya utang na loob sa tao. Totoo yan. I will do whatever I can to, if he needs me, within my power, I will do it. Yeah, nasabi ko na.
Ako naman, hindi naman sa it's not going to be a mutual admiration sort of thing. But then Raymond was one of our best students in De La Salle at the time in Com Arts. He was our best student. Now, Raymond Grospe has a really silly question. What is my secret though of being young looking? Very simple. You know that Raymond Grospe, I exercise a lot. And secondly, For me, the best revenge in life is laughter. Okay, if you take your life too seriously, you're gonna age much faster than your numerical years. I love to laugh and I love to make people laugh. And having said, I managed to preserve. Yeah, the hair looks terrible. I still have not. Wala akong guts to cut my hair. Each time I look at that razor I bought, I'm terrified. Okay.
Yeah, tinawagan ako ng Lazada noon at sinabi na nag-purchase ka daw ng hair clipper. Anong ikwento doon? Bakit may issue ka daw sa hair clipper? I just have to know this because Lazada said, kaibigan niyo pala si Direk. Ano nangyari? Before you continue with the story, sa mga nagko-comment po na rin, hindi po ako si Brillante. Okay? Si Raymond ako. Kamukha ko lang siya. Si Direk Joey Reyes po yung dyan. Okay? Okay. Ano nangyari sa hair clipper mo?
No, kasi in my excitement to buy a razor for my hair to finally shear it off because it really looks terrible. I look like a rambutan. Okay, mali. Dalawang beses mali ang naklik ko do sa Lazada. Okay.
Oh.
Yung una naklik ko pang aso. Okay. Yung panggupit ng buhok ng mga aso. So, dura, erase. Yun naman susunod pala. Raymond, para sa ilong. Yung kasi yun mga available. Lahat yung mga lahat yung pamputol ng hair, sold out na. Kaya pala available.
So, ginamit mo at di mo ba? Sayang nabayaran mo.
So, bumili na ako ng pantao, no? Kaya lang yung binili ko naman yung, I found it in Facebook Market. I found the shears from Facebook Market. Each time sabi ko, am I gonna do this by myself? Baka ako ang tsuran lumabas ko. Raymond, it's not like that you have somebody to do it for you. I have two options. My faithful assistant, my driver, who's so terrified to touch my hair. Kasi pag nagkamali,
to touch your hair.
and nobody wants to do it. So anyway, I'll eventually do it. Okay, moving on to more important subject matters aside from the rest.
May mga comments sila na ito, alam mo, resiliency ng Pilipino ay because of their humor. Do you find an interesting story or point of view or storytelling point of view that could be material for movie or TV because of this quarantine? Kasi right now, nakikita ko yung mga away-away in between ng mga kasawa. That's a good point of view. Ang mga bading na up to now, ay nako, Joey, mga bading na up to now na tumatakas sa condo at nag-grinder para mag-meet up kasi lukring na sila lang mag-isa. Totoo pa rin yun. I am not kidding. Mga bullshit kayo, pag nagkahawaan kayo, bahala kayo sa buhay niyo.
Actually, I am writing a screenplay right now. It's called Love at the Time of the Quarantine. Okay, which I hope to get up in a platform. Kasi pag nag-resume shooting, I'll explain to you later on. When we resume shooting, we cannot shoot in public places. We cannot shoot in exteriors.
Oo nga, delikado.
So I'm working on that. Yan ang pinagagagawa ko, Raymond. In between blogging and watching Korean novelas, okay, I write scripts to cover my time. Raymond,
nako,
40 days na ako nakaganito. 40 days.
Ka ba? Ikaw, naka 45 days na ako kasi praning ako kasi may asthma ako so ayoko lumabas. Utang na loob. Buti na lang meron akong parang patio na pero kunyari nagbibilad ako, sabi ko nasa Boracay ako. Yun na lang ang mantra ko in the morning. Teka muna, two-fold yung sinabi mo. First, you watch Korean novela. The second, you're doing a new platform. Isa-isahin natin kasi you're such an interesting person to ask. So if you're watching Korean novela, ano ang pinapanood mo muna? Yan ang basic question natin.
Okay, I've already consumed a Crash Landing on You. Tapos sa mga K-novelas niyan.
Hindi ako makapas ng episode 1.
Okay, I finished Crash Landing on You. Then I have finished Pinocchio, which was recommended to me by Rosel Monteverde, which I really, really, really love. Okay, then finished Itaewon Class. Okay, I finished Itaewon Class, which I really, really, really love to. And now I'm into their comedies. The star of Itaewon Class is also the star of the comedy that I'm watching right now, which is a relatively old comedy called "What's Wrong with Secretary Kim." Okay, which I'm
Yeah.
enjoying tremendously. Okay.
Wait, I've read your post that you went through a whole ano why you wrote it down. And I agree with you, ano na sinulat mo na ano yung mga good points about yung novela. Do you mind sharing with us who haven't read your post kung ano yung mga points mo kung bakit ka nag-enjoy?
Okay, well, for one thing, number one, okay, dahil nga nanonood ako ng mga Korean novela na to, look, I've always known from friends and also from students that they're just so addicted to this. For years, they're addicted to this. Pero Raymond, I never had the time to be addicted to anything, okay, because of the work. Then
The
now,
workload.
Iho, all of a sudden we have all this time, right? We have all this time na hindi ba? Parang any moment, alas 3 umaga magigising ka at magwawalis ka, hindi ba? Dahil nga you have all this time. It's practically forced retirement. So I said, okay, I'll watch a Korean novela. Everybody was talking about Crash Landing on You, so I watched it and I really liked it. Then I eventually went to the second one, which is Pinocchio, and then Ito on Class. Sabi ko, teka, I'm going to study this. What makes this work? So I blogged. The only reason I blog is I'm bored. Okay, I have to keep my mind active, and I blog.
No.
Never realized, naman Raymond, that so many people would be reading the blog and would be appreciating it. Of course, I greatly appreciate, no. And then a fellow director gave a comment about Korean novelas, which really made my blog even more, di ba? Even more.
Yung issue na nga, comment ka nga doon sa isang sabi ko, naku, ayokong magkamag ng ibang tao, sabi ko. Cathy Babaw, ay Cathy Sanchez, 1980 Korean movie. It's
Yeah,
like a joke.
Oo. Okay,
Point ba?
88. Okay, sige, I will do that, Kathy. I'm gonna watch that after Secretary Kim. Okay, so well, he is a friend. Eric Mati is a friend, and he is entitled to his opinion. So he came up with this, which was all right. That's what he felt. I'm not gonna contradict it. It's just that he doesn't enjoy it, and I like it, di ba? It's just like I like uni sushi, di ba? Maybe
Some people don't, di ba? Oh, so,
some people do, some people don't. So, yung may mga tao na pinagsasabong kami, huwag kami magsasabong, di ba?
alam mo, may theory ako dyan. Kaya kayo pinapagsabong board sila. Gusto nila makakita ng cockfight. Sabi ko, mali yata ang pinapaing ninyo, hindi si Joey. Si Joey marunong kung kailangan papatol ka pa. Pero ito, this is so not important. Yung gumagawang tipo.
And I really love it. You know what, Raymond? I mean, Eric and I are actually working together for a movie with Mother Lily on the Verdes biography. So we were working together. So there's no hard feelings between us. And for everybody waiting out there or watching right now, the final installment, that's para talagang series, no? Of my blog on Korean novelas will be uploaded tonight. Because Raymond, I received some of the most ridiculous questions ever, di ba?
Like what? Example, questions about you, about your blog.
Yeah, no, about Koreans. Sabi nila, bakit daw ako nagiging fan ng Koreans? Yung mga nanonood daw ng mga Koreano naman, hindi naman daw gano'n ang mukha ng mga normal na Koreano. Sabi nila, idealized Koreano. Sabi ko, ha? Point number 1, ang mga pinapalabas lang doon yung magaganda, pati pagbibihis. Number 2, mga retokado daw yan. Okay, point number 1, sasagutin ko na ngayon. Bakit? Lahat ba ng babae sa kalye kamukha ni Marian Rivera at ni Bea Alonso? Hindi ba? Para maging artista ka, idealize. Oo, hindi ba? Para sa genre na yan. Not unless na komedyante ka na you can look like Manny Castaneda, hindi ba?
I was wondering kailan papasok ang pangalan ni Manny na naman ngayon. No.
Nanonood dyan. Hi, Manny. Okay. Sabi, bakit daw mga retokado naman daw yan? Walang retokado sa artista natin. Okay.
Wala.
Oh yeah, sabi ko, oh yeah. So sabi ko, and their fantasies. Telenovelas are fantasies. If you want, stories of grit and social justice, Jesus Christ, watch poverty porn, di ba? You don't watch telenovela.
Oo, marami may poverty porn, may documentary, yan, mga totoo yan. Pag documentary, wala nang ano dyan. But even
Oh,
documentary, docudrama, sineset up na rin nila ng ano eh.
yeah. But I enjoy it. I enjoy telenovelas tremendously. And, boy, it keeps me sane. It keeps me sane at the time when I could just go bonkers, di ba?
You know what? As long as it benefits us on a mental state, bakit hindi? Before
Ah.
before we continue, I would like to greet also Ramon Eugenio who's watching. Thank you, man, for feeding the frontliners again. You are such an angel that up to now, ginagawa mo pa rin ng restaurant and kitchen services mo to feed the frontliners, the nurses and the doctors. Simon, Tigalasal yan, direct.
No,
Che,
and saka now you said thank you for kumukuti-kuti tap. Well, I should be the one thanking you for you helping the frontliners because a Christmas carol like kumukuti-kuti tap could only have meaning if we have people as brave as the frontliners to keep us going. Okay.
I will always say, oh nga, no, ikaw nagsulat nun. I love that. That's one. No offense to the fans of Jose Marichan, but for me, Christmas is kumukuni kotitap more than.
Kumukuti-kuti tap. Okay, all right. Yeah, okay.
Hello, Marcos from Switzerland. Hello, Che again from Dubai. Che has been helping also bring people who are not being given attention from provinces to help ng mga ganong tipo. Sino pa ba? Gino Gonzalez. Ang dami nito. Dito pa talaga ang dami nanonood. Mirror sa season. Okay, we'll go back to that after. Baka maubos tayo sa greeting section. Hindi naman tayo pabati section.
I just want to say hello to the girl from Rome. I hope you stay safe, Alona, you stay safe, please, and all our kababayans in Rome, please stay safe. Okay, go ahead.
Oy, talaga, hindi ko nabasa yun. But thank you. If you read anything that's important, please don't be afraid to Okay, do you have a regular schedule that keeps you sane?
Oh, well, since this started, I realized, Isaac, alam mo na-realize ko, biglang number one, nawala ng silbi yung pinag-ipunan kong Starbucks na plano.
Yung planner! Oh my God!
Galing ba yung kape ininom ko? Hindi naman pa.
Titignan ko yung planner, sabi ko, ano lalagay ko dito? Day 1, watching TV. Day 2, watching TV. Day 3, watching Korean novela. Ay, naku, Diyos ko dahil. So, anong gagawin mo sa planner ngayon?
Well, ako usually may Google Calendar kami na hindi mo nawala ng silbi. But I do follow a relatively regular schedule. Okay, I am up at a certain time. I have my breakfast. I do my journal. I exercise. Then I work the whole afternoon. Then I have my dinner. Then I work some more. Then I watch my Korean novelas until 2 in the morning. Then I wake up and then listen and repeat the same. Alam mo, Raymond, let me share something with you. 2 days ago, first time, after 38 days, lumabas ako ng bahay. Dala ng masidhing pangangailangan dahil kinancel ko lahat ng online banking ko before because of fraud, no? And now I have to go back to online banking. So I had to go to the bank, okay, to fix everything. Raymond, may agoraphobia na pala ako. Yung takot na ako sa tao. Because you get so paranoid. Like, man, I'm 65. I'm in the biometrics of the ones who are really delicado, right? So, I had my mask and I was wearing this face shield which made me look like, according to my nephew Mark, a Star Wars character. Init na ako. Init na parang Shoma yung mukha ko sa under the face shield. And then I realized that, my God, the familiar suddenly looks unfamiliar because you're so paranoid that you're gonna sniff that effing virus. Hindi ba? So, oh God. Okay. That's it.
Tapos wala pa, you look like a Star Wars in his PPE. Sabi
yeah.
No, but it's true. Nakakatakot ngayon na there's no normal na paglalabas ka nung araw, enjoy tayo mag-grocery. Ngayon, even grocery it becomes like a horror suspense movie.
Yes.
Alam mo, to a point, hindi naman tulo ko, pag kukuha ko ng, kunyari sa grocery ng junk food, gusto ko ng potato chips, habang nanonood kunyari ng telenovela or something. Yung potato chips, ina-alcohol ko before ko, alam ko ninanamnam ko yun. Alam mo, naging praning na tayo to a certain point.
Well,
Nakakaano na siya.
well, I did the most disgusting thing when I came back home the other day because I undressed in the kitchen. I didn't want to wear my clothes inside the house. And I saw this look of my housekeeper. I have never
Oh,
seen a shade of disgust in the face of a human being as I was down to my skivvies because I did not want to enter the house with the clothes I saw. Sabi ko, I have become a germaphobe as a result of all this. My God, sabi ko, but you know what, Raymond, I don't know if people outside realize this, and I hope they prepare for it. After this is relatively over, after the quarantine is modified, not necessarily lifted, uh, there'll be a new normal. It won't be the same. Yeah, and every day is Groundhog Day. Candy, right? Yeah, it's Groundhog Day every day. Um, when they lift the quarantine, Raymond, can you imagine what awaits us outside? Number one, manonood ka pa ba ng sine? Honestly, sa sinehan.
di nga nakakatakot na, di ba? Parang ano, may hahatsing lang, parang lahat tayo biglang tatakbo sa exit, di ba? Parang may sumigaw ng sunog, pero hatsing na lang ang lumalabas, di ba?
Oo, correct. Tapos, yun nga sinasabi namin kasi raw according to sa yes, Kathy, I am writing a screenplay about the period right now. In China daw, they open movie houses the moment they remove the lockdown. And according
Oh,
to Mel, wow, major lugi. Major lugi. Kasi imagine pag nagbukas tayo ng sine at may social distancing, kunyari, row A, 1, 2, 3 walang tao, 4, 5,
every
walang tao.
other.
Yeah, so the maximum capacity is 1/3 of the sinihan. So
Eh, hindi ba lugi na nga tayo as it is kasi walang nanonood ng sinehan dito unless na imported yung pinapalabas mo. Unless Avengers, di puno-puno ka na ilan weeks na lumabas. Eh, what more kung nagpalabas ka ngayon na minsan, how many weeks nakikita na natin naka-load na siya sa I Want TV or Netflix or whatever. Ano pa kita ng artista at director and everybody else in the industry kung ganun na mangyayari?
No, that's why nga it's going to be a new normal. Like right now, I work with Regal. We are
Oh,
preparing for the movies, no, for cinema, but we don't know when. Our next projects are meant for platforms, for streaming. Okay? Hindi na for sinihan. Kasi we suspect that
hindi na magiging target market nyo for streaming and content na.
yeah. Ikaw, I mean, Raymond, after na ang tao nakulong ng 40 araw o baka umabot pa ng, sabihin natin ng 55 days ng pagkakulong, okay? Na-addict na sila sa streaming. They discovered the streaming. Lalo ba yan mga yan? Hindi ba?
Totoo. So, ganun na mangyayari. Actually, as bad as it sounds, matutuwa rin ako when everybody's asked. Kasi ang mangyayari, lahat ng advertisers, magpipilit yan, sa mga hindi nagpapagupit, kailangan ba ng sa mga kailangan nyo ng bagong mga lotion, yan, magpapa-advertise mga, business will still go, pero hindi ko alam how big. Kasi ang mall, hindi mo naman pwedeng buksan ng todo-todo after this, di ba?
No, I think the last ones to open will be cinema houses, schools, and malls. Okay?
Kawawa naman.
Alam mo, Raymond, naaawa ko sa mga bata, ang mga estudyante, kasi ngayon ang projected na is August, hindi ba? August na ang nila. Pero if it's still not going to improve, guess when they're gonna go back? January.
Wait, totoo na ba to? Kasi ang last month was December.
No, January. Kasi hindi ba September to December is the first semester, hindi ba?
So usually pumasok ng December kung gano'n rin ang mangyayari, di ba?
So most likely either August or January. I hope it's not January because boy, it's so much lost time for the poor kids. And then secondly, kung man August man, may social distancing pa. Hindi naman lahat ng eskwela kayang mag-practice ng social distancing sa classroom, which means your kids are 1 meter apart. Hindi ba?
Mahirap kumopya sa kapitbahay pag gano'ng kalayo.
Totoo ka, kailangan bionic ang mata mo. Oo, kailangan.
Ay, alam mo ba, can I confess something na may ginawa kami sa'yo?
Ano yan?
Natuturo ka, we had a short quiz once and then there was a group of answers na hindi namin ma-memorize. Now what we did is this. Hindi ba sa blackboard pa talaga ang luma. May blackboard ng doon sa harap. Tapos may mga announcement tayo sa gilid. Announcement, PTA meeting like this, or if you are a member of the chess club, ganyan-ganyan. Ang hindi mo nalata, I don't think I'm gonna confess this. Ang hindi mo nalata, the first initials, the announcement is actually code to all the answers you were going to.
You know what? I have to give you credit for your creativity. Okay, remember the 11th commandment: "Thou shalt not
What?
get." And it took decades for you to confess that to me. So okay, I'm impressed. Okay, but then f you. Okay? You know, it happens. Okay, it happens.
We were kids, so you will forgive us.
Ano ba itong comment ni Janice? If streaming will be our new normal, I think they should strengthen our internet capabilities. That's very true, Janice de Belen. The same thing is also the problem with schools, okay? Because if classes will be held online, kailangan malakas ang ating internet capacity so that kids do not have to go out of their houses and then go into a synchronous kind of teaching. So, importante na talagang lakasan ang internet. Okay? Go ahead. Sige, sat-sat pa tayo, Raymond. I'm enjoying this.
In light of what you just said, so which means, kung sabihin na natin, online basis tayo, like what Janice was saying, ang mga internet natin ay mahina. Pero when it comes to the teachers, wala ba nag-offer sa you right now na gumawa ng masterclass? Because of all the people, not because ito na naman tayo ng admiration, but of all the people who have authority or who can put up a masterclass, I would put you as one of those on the first level because, I mean, you've had the experience, the wisdom, and you've taught us very good. I'm proud to say you were the last batch of good teachers I had. Na nag-decline na yun namin sa Com Arts that time. No offense again, just my point of view again. But the point is, dapat ngayon pa lang in-offer ng AMA and all these other people who are, on that level of producing online masterclass video, dapat ito na yung next business venture na in-offer nila sa'yo. Kaya mo ba?
No. We are actually leading towards that direction in the school where I'm heading, where I'm a chairman. That's just the College of St. Benilde, the SDA. In the film department, matagal ko nang pinaplano na gumawa ng mga modules for online classes doon sa mga classes na pwedeng gawing online, di ba? There are some kasi which are hands-on. Like, for instance, Raymond, cinematography, okay? You cannot do that just online. You need to be there beside your student to teach them the rudiments, di ba? You can give them the theoreticals online, but it has to be what you call a hybrid class, na 50% online and 50% hands-on. Okay? Now, etong tanong din, Raymond, may mga paaralan at kolehiyo na kayang gawin yan. Okay. Kaya ba ng lahat? Hindi ba? Kaya ba ng lahat? Yun ang problema.
I do have a proposal. What I was saying to most of the people, I'll keep their names and identities muna hidden. But I've talked to some people who can support that question. Ibig ko sabihin is that I was proposing a project, gusto ko unahin yung mga taong less privileged as people from Lasal, Ateneo, na may access na kagad sa computer, sa bahay. So, we're talking about people in the rural areas na, sige, sa isang classroom, para kunyari kahit mag-social distancing at wala kayong teacher, kulang sa teacher, meron kayong isang at least malaking TV who can do the online, at certain points. Yun yung first, little baby steps at a time. Kasi like tayo, I don't know about the school to do, but when if I go to your class, ang klase ni Joey Reyes, alas ng hapon, dapat alas 6 ng hapon nakaupo ako sa classroom, nakikinig ako kay Joey Reyes. And you can do the same thing with online. Ang klase ni Joey Reyes about screenwriting, go to the auditorium, may check ka ng iba, monitor ng kung sinong may attendance, and then ipe-play namin ng online mo. And then, one proposal is, at least in 1 month, you will show up. Isang beses ka lang magpapakita physically para lang alam ng tao. Kasi iba yung more ka as a teacher that you can actually have hoy anak, medyo ganito. Kasi syempre, each student has a different needs. So, yun yung pinopropose ko so far.
That would work. That would work. Okay, that would work. That's actually an example of a hybrid class. Okay, of which a certain percentage is online at saka meron yung iba na live, no?
Oh.
Yung Zoom, remember, may Zoom, okay? And I do that now, okay? Pag kunyari may mga questions sa mga bata, I have a Zoom session with them, but that's on a voluntary basis, okay? Why is it on a voluntary basis? Because hindi naman lahat ng estudyante may access sa internet. So it's unfair na you make that the standard at this point. No, pero kapag online, sige, okay lang. You know, anything to, you know what, Raymond, anything to connect to kids and and not to waste their time. Can you imagine if we have to wait from June to December before classes begin? Oh my God, I mean, that will be so sad and such a mess. Okay.
You know, I even hate to say this, but I'm gonna say what I feel should be said. The quality of education and the quality of thinking ng this generation has actually wavered. Their attention span is so short that you can't read an article more than 2 pages. Yun ang nangyayari ngayon. Because nga, everything is quick on the internet. If you give an assignment that's a reading assignment, ikaw nga kung magbigay ng reading assignment, mahaba-haba. And it trained me to concentrate. So ito yung sabi, anong gagawin ko doon sa reading assignment? Hindi naman i-apply yan in real life. Hindi po totoo yun. I've learned so much from strict teachers. And I'm not saying this because Joey Reyes is be. The more ka na tinitrain ng utak mo to be honed, the more it helps you in the future. The mere fact that concentrating, assessing, you taught me all this when you're writing a story, you start that's close to your home first because that is the one that's easier to write. It's still part of the whole thing. When I have deal with client, I will always do that same principle. Ano yung dapat bang kailangan na una natin gawin? Ano ba talaga ang it still applies. And dito yung nawawala sa education natin ngayon, nagiging mabilisan. Nagiging instant noodles ng halos.
No, Raymond, because it cannot be helped. Remember that, specifically the millennials and especially the centennials, okay? These are digital natives, okay? They don't think like us. You're a Gen Xer, I'm a boomer, okay? Ibang mindset eh. During our time when we were growing up, we didn't even have remote controls, okay, for our television sets. We didn't, we had cell phones as big as shoe boxes. But now everything is right there in their hands. Everything is digitized. Kaya ang attention span nila ganyan. May sa'yo, Raymond, may mga estudyante kami, okay? May mga estudyante kami na, naku, bakit ganyan, dami-dami mga nire-require na ganyan. We're so stressed. And then you open Facebook at nagti-TikTok sila lahat the whole time. Kung ano mga kabobohang TikTok ang ginagawa nila. Sabi ko,
ikaw ang nagsabi ng TikTok at kabobohan, hindi na ako kaya kita love eh. Kasi minsan hindi ko masabi, nasasabi mo eh.
My God! I mean, sabi ko, akala ko ba stress tong batang ito na nawiwindang ang utak niya dahil magugunaw na ang mundo? Bakit sa TikTok ng TikTok, hindi ba? Ano yun? TikTok to death? Hindi ba?
Sige. Huwag naman tayo magmukhang kontrabida kasi pinapagalitan ako, nibintang kontrabida daw ako. Doon sa mga nagti-TikTok, okay, I understand it's a stress reliever para mawala ang anxiety. Pero yung sa mga TikTok, utang na loob, wala kayong karapatan. Gusto ko talaga kayong puntahan at patayin sa totoo lang.
In fairness, may magagandang TikTok, ha?
May magaganda. May magaganda talaga. Si Ate B, nakita mo mga TikTok ni Ate B for the frontliners, hindi mo pa nakita?
Oo, nakita ko. At saka may mga TikTok with a purpose. Diyos ko, may mga estudyante ko. Diyos ko, kung magti-TikTok, yung utang na loob, mag-aaral kayo ng film, ganyan ang gagawin ninyo. Diyos ko, you best serve your existence as fertilizers. Okay? Terrible.
Huwag kang ganyan, baka we might awards in the future. Yung pala, ang trend pala ngayon, TikTok looking, hindi ba, nagkaroon ng, I'm telling you this from experience, nagkaroon ng trend in photography na mukhang Instagram looking ang photograph. Sabi ko naman sa mga tao, Instagram looking, napaka-70s ang Instagram looking, puro filter ng filter. Para kayo pa yung nag-HD kayo, puro filter naman pinapatong nyo sa HD. Hindi ba yung sa contradiction? So ngayon, baka natin ng words natin, baka in the future, sabi niya hindi uso at TikTok, o ngayon ito ang future, the TikToks.
Hindi na yun na. Pero ang ultimate dream ko pa rin, my ultimate dream is together with Direk Rich Ilustre, Paolo Bustamante, and then Fu Espiritu, na gumawa kami ng dance TikTok which will come close to what DJ Luyo does. Okay? Specifically, yung
Oh, kilala.
gagawin ko yun. Gagawin ko.
Ba't mo kilala si DJ? Luli, ikaw ha? Nanonood ka rin.
Because I'm with the world, hindi ba? I'm au courant, hindi ba? I know what's happening.
Then, ang sabi nga ng mga bagets, oh my God, Tito Joey, you're relevant. Ganon.
No, I'm not relevant. I'm just present, okay? Relevance is when you put effort to be relevant. Ako, I just enjoy my life. And I love the dancing of DJ Luyo. I mean, I must admit, okay?
You know what? I am impressed. So, I'm not gonna complain. Sige, gumawa ka pa ng TikTok mo. Okay lang yan sa akin.
Okay.
Si Raymond na mag-comment.
Sabi ng pamangkin ko, oh my God, please, Tito, don't. Okay. I'm gonna do it for you, Mark Reyes. Believe me. Okay.
Oh nga pala, for those who don't know and are not familiar, Mark Reyes is the nephew of Joey Reyes. Si Mark is the one in GMA doing, tama ba yung siya yung gumagawa ngayon ng Voltus 5?
Yeah, he's doing Voltus 5, but that's still gonna be for next year, I believe. But he's the one responsible for Encantadia and all that fantasy stuff. TGI.
Oo, syempre Encantadia, classic, nasa Netflix, di ba?
Oh yeah. He's my nephew. Okay.
Talagang Anyway, si Raymond Grossman, I'm gonna show you also here. Sabi niya, imagine barbershops and salon working very close to your face. Naku, oo.
Hindi lang yun gyms. Hindi ba, Raymond? Gyms. Gyms are are hotspots. Okay?
Siya rin nag-comment about the gym. May paano paano naman, siyempre pag nagpapawis ka doon, sa ibang tao naman, baboy, hindi naman pinupunasan yung kanilang ginamit for that stuff.
Oh, yeah, I know it is, but you know, that is one reason why I say that there's a new normal. Talagang may gyms pa ba after this? I mean, I wish, because I really feel miserable. I only have a stepper, and and you know,
stepper.
Yeah, because you know, I wish I could do more stuff. You know, I mean, my biggest regret is nasira yung stationary bike ko, hindi ko pinalitan. You know, ang treadmill naman, Diyos ko, hindi ba? 6 digits ang treadmill, hindi ba? So unless I maximize using a treadmill, hindi ba? I won't get one. I only have a stepper, and you know, for 40 days I do nothing but steppers, hindi ba? With my dog looking at me while I'm on the stepper. Okay, I need something more. Okay.
I know, ako iniisip ko bumili ng ng treadmill, nakita ko yung presyo, sabi ko, naku, yung pinag-ipunan ko, baliwala na.
Grabe mahal. Grabe mahal. May mga mura-mura nga, baka naman pagtapa ko madurog yon. Hey, Louis Reyes says, I'm still not enthusiastic about teaching voice online because there's so much to learn from actors. Totoo yan. I feel so sad for my lead actors, voice students who were already about to start their run up into the woods with the live orchestra and who now won't even know when they will go. Yeah, Louis, that's true. You know, that's so true. I have kids who are doing their thesis films. They only have one more shooting day to go, and now they don't even know when they're gonna graduate. See?
Oh no, nakabitin din yun?
Oh, yeah. It's really just so discombobulating. You know, the world has just been so completely, you know, rearranged because of what happened.
Kayo, wala kayong plan sa Lasal kung plano nyo for how it's going to end or how to continue the school year?
So far right now in DLSU in Taft, okay, it's slated July 1, but that's subject to change, I think. Sa CSP, it's August. Okay, it's August na hopefully August magbukas. But again, that all depends on what will be announced tonight by the president. Okay.
Anong oras announcement?
Announced tonight by the president. Okay.
Okay, so, opo mga kaibigan, sabi ni Rax Robinson, what website do you have for things that they can learn from the best, direct? Di ko
You
lang
know
kung may
what? You know what, Rob? You know, Rax. Chances are your nephew has already scarred through YouTube because there are a lot of
true.
YouTube which give excellent primary instructions to filmmaking. Sometimes we even make references to these YouTube uploads to be support instructional materials for our classes. So just ask your nephew to go and skim through YouTube. Marami siyang makukuha raw.
Well, speaking of filmmaking, may mga questions na pumasok rin dito about, so what do you think, your point of view of the next wave of filmmakers or filmmaking? Do you think there is a trend na mangyayari because of this crisis that we're having? Let's just say, wag naman sana. I'm sure by next year, sana may virus na, may vaccine na tayo. Pero what do you think? Ang magiging, magiging K-pop ba lahat? Dahil magiging influence na tayo ng K-pop?
Hindi naman. I think for one thing is nag-spike up ang mga patronage ng streaming platforms. So there will be a lot of streaming taking place. Number one, because people ayaw na lumabas ng bahay. Di ba?
True.
Manood na lang ng mga kung ano man ang papanoorin nila dito sa monitor o kaya sa TV, sa smart TV sets nila. Ikalawa, kahit magkaroon ng sinihan, okay, between now and July
Okay.
2021, okay, ninenervyos pa ang tao na pumasok sa sinihan because of social distancing. Not unless the vaccine is discovered. Di ba? Not unless the vaccine is discovered. And this is just my speculation, and I'm just being hopefully realistic and not pessimistic. Even malls and department stores will be greatly affected too. Retail will be affected too. So,
Uy, balita, may balita ko sa'yo about retail and department store. Pagkatapos ko, di ba, ikaw, pareho tayo. I mean, the funniest thing mga kaibigan is na nagkita pa kami sa Japan, sa gitna ng Pavilion or something. Basta nagkita kami doon. Anyway, to make the long story short, mahilig kami mag-shopping sa abroad. Hindi ho na kami nagyayabang, pinagtrabahuan ho namin to. To make the long story short, magsisale ang disigual para sa atin.
kailan to. Pero hindi tayo makapapasok doon.
Yun lang yung problema. Nasa Madrid ang sale. Ayoko yata pumunta.
Kaya nga doon ang sale. Kasi hirap
Where?
pumunta.
Disigual. Pareho tayo na pati disigual. Ano ba?
Oh my God. Oh my. Ano ito? Drive-in theaters. Possible yan, Miss Janice. Possible yan. But then, that still is a facility that has to be constructed. And we lose a lot of technology with drive-in theaters because we don't have the proper atmosphere and technical amplification for sound. So, posible ang drive-in theaters pero baka matagalan din yan at hindi pa rin pareho ang enjoyment kesa sa nasa loob ka ng sinihan. May nagtatanong dito, comment on K-pop films. K-pop films. I mean, you mean Korean films. Just one word. Parasite. End of story.
I thought Parasite was one of those poverty, ang tawag mo ng poverty porn movie, but it is so, nagulat ako, intelligent. Ang question ko parati is this, bakit so simple that we can actually do something like that? Bakit hindi natin magawa?
Uy, it's not simple. It wasn't simple at all for them to achieve that. Lahat yun set from that kalye to that bahay, all constructed. And you know what?
Ganito kami natin. Interrupt you before you continue. Ang tingin namin lahat as a viewer is that it's so simple. Yun lang ang sinot bahay, tapos ang usapan, pero ang ganda ng twist, ang ganda ng story. So ang kala namin, it's simple. Why is it not that simple? I'm curious how you're gonna say that.
Well, to begin with, it took 3 years, more than 3 years for that movie to be made. Okay?
Oh my God.
3 years for that movie, from conceptualization all the way down to the final cut, and then it made to movie houses. Number two, the government support Korea gives its film and its entertainment industry as a whole is unbelievable. In terms of
How?
Gives tax cuts, they're fully supported by the government because for them, uh, films and entertainment is a product which is exportable. And because of that, Korea conquered the world.
Correct. Bakit hindi natin na mindset yun? Pwede nga pala i-export. If Bollywood can export film, why can't the Philippines do the same thing?
You see, we have internationally recognized directors, like, for instance, Brillante Mendoza, or Love Diaz, and even before that, Lino Broca. And then there are a lot of Filipino directors who have been recognized abroad by not only in the film festivals, but by various releases. But the thing of it is, in our country, lip service lang. I'm sorry, yung matamaan ko, lip
Go.
ang tulong ng gobyerno sa industriya. With all due respect to Lisa Dino, who I know is trying her best to help the industry, it's not enough. Relief and ayuda is not a long-term help. Okay?
It's true. It's true.
Support. It has to be support. Sinasabi nila, which I understand people giving lines like, Philippine cinema is dead, Philippine cinema is doomed, Philippine cinema has been so left behind by its Asian neighbors, including Vietnam. Yeah, I agree, okay? I agree completely that maybe we have been left behind. But then you see the conditions of making films here is so different from the conditions which are being done by our Asian neighbors. For instance, Korea does not make movies or TV shows for Koreans. They make it for the world. We make it for kasing.
That's why ang mindset natin iba. And I noticed, correct me if I'm wrong, if we make like certain movies, no offense again to the other movies and other TV series, sometimes kung ganun yung mindset mo, hindi tayo nag-grow on a global level. And yet, we are in a global situation when the internet connects everybody. And yet, I hear producers, no offense again, ay hindi yan kakagating dito sa Pilipinas, highfalutin. Hello, nanonood tayo ng Parasite, nanonood tayo ng Avengers, nanonood tayo ng anong art film, and yet, what is the excuse there? I don't understand.
You know, it's something like this. It's something like this. Kasi sa atin, ang concept natin ng Filipino international film is a film which you saw abroad watched by Filipinos. Di ba? In other words, pinapanood ng mga immigrants, ng mga in other words, very limited, okay? Limited lamang, okay, yung ating pananaw as to who is our possible audience. But you see, somebody made mention na yung Parasite, it wasn't an overnight thing like that. Korea hard for a global presence of Korean movies for Bong Joon-ho to get there. Hindi ba? It's a long process. But we cannot move to that direction as long as we're stuck here making movies for us alone. Hindi ba? I'll give another example. See, okay, Eric Mati did On the Job. And On the Job was picked up by Hollywood producers and they were interested in the premise of On. Yeah, but see, if Eric can do it, you know, if Nick Red can get into Netflix, it means we do have the talent. The young people have the capability. It's just that they need the help and support of the government. But, you know, all the wrong timing naman, Raymond. Do you think the government will prioritize the movie and TV industry right now amidst all its problems? No. Okay, no.
Not at this point.
Okay, what's this? Just imagining how and when we act on scenes together again at TV. And
yeah, it's Jennifer Sevilla Go.
Well, yeah. Unang-una, Jennifer. Jen. Okay. Jennifer Sevilla. Okay. Jen, right now, may mga protocol na dinidesign na pinag-uusapan tungkol sa shooting. Okay? Social distancing. Difficult, Raymond. Very difficult. So far kasi, basic premise pa, Raymond, mababaliw ka na. You cannot shoot in public spaces.
What?
You cannot shoot in public spaces. You cannot shoot in streets. Okay? You have to get approval of the LGU, okay, to shoot anywhere. I'm in the midst of shooting a movie now, Raymond. I about siguro mga 70% na ako noong nag-lockdown. Alam mo ang worry ko, lahat ng location ko magba-back out. Hindi na papayag. Hindi namin makapayag. Kasi nga, you know, natatakot sila dahil they're letting strangers into their house. Okay, so
Correct.
oo. So, ang daming protocol. Tapos meron pa, kailangan may nurse ka na on the set, kailangan may mga washing stations ka, kailangan dala mo na ang sarili mong utensils, kailangan ang food nakapack na, kailangan between takes, nakamask kayo, directors have to have that stupid face shield, Raymond, mukha ako nasa loob ng kaldero, okay, while directing, while wearing a mask. So, oh God, di ba? It's going to be very, very, very difficult. Over and above that, we want to do movies which will, transcend our present situation. Now we're even this burden of a problem. Uy, may tanong dito, si Giovanni sabi, why do you think Money Heist is very popular worldwide? Giovanni, ang ganda-ganda naman kasi. Grabe ang ganda niya. Hindi ba kahit maduduling-duling ka dahil sa kakabasa ng mga subtitle,
Love English dub na naman.
o pag nabasa mo na, pag nasanay ka na, enjoy. Iniisip mo, kaya natin gumawa niyan? Next question, please. Hindi ba?
Actually, ang hirap, no? Last night, funny thing that this question came up. The same question, why do you think Money Heist is very popular? There is a documentary now in Netflix. Ine-explain nila how hard it was for them to actually gain this popularity in Money Heist because there was no expectation. They just wanted to do in one sentence, of course. The only thing they wanted is to come out with a product that was world class. Ganun lang yun. And they were airing from a cable network na hindi naman international. So ang kanilang point of view, sana ganun rin ang point of view natin dito, is quality. Ultimo lahat ng area. Ito nga, meron isang scene sa, I don't know if you watched the last season, yung gold bullion. Hindi naman yung gold bullion scene sa isang vault sa Money Heist. Have you seen Money Heist?
Yes, I have.
So sa gold bullion, nag-warp yung mga gold bars. Kasi nga, hindi naman ito yung gold bars. Alam mo, hindi naman talaga nakikita sa eksena because it's just on peripheral vision on one side of the screen. Pero inisa-isa na lahat ng gold bullion, ni-retouch nila frame by frame para magmukhang totoong na gold bullion. I'm like, hindi naman halata. Pero you see, the mindset is we need to deliver quality. We need to tell the story.
Now, if you want a wide audience, if you want an international audience, then you have to up your ante, hindi ba? You have to up your quality. You don't look farther than your next door neighbor. You look at the horizon and realize that there is so much to conquer. And you know what, Raymond, maybe it's not for me to say this, or maybe it's not with my generation, but look, there's so many brilliant young directors who are out there. And I see that.
Yeah.
I'm in so many of these film festivals, okay? And we have, look, there is Antoinette Hadaone, there is Dan Villegas, there is Michael Red, there is Eric Mati, okay, there is Sigrid Bernardo, okay, there is Irene Villamayor. We have all these terrific directors, okay, who are just out there. And if only you give them the chance to do the kind of films, okay, that they really want to. Remember what Bong Joon-ho said about this quote from Martin Scorsese? What is most creative, okay? It's not about love teams. It's not about rom-coms. It's about what the director feels is really part of what he wants or she wants to say. Eric Mati did On the Job, which I found terrific. Antoinette Hadaone's best work is so personal, Never Not Loved, which is also in Netflix. Panoorin nyo. I'm so proud of Antoinette Hadaone. Okay, and then Dan Villegas, all this, ang dami nilang magagaling. And I hope they're much better than us, than my generation and Joel Lamangans.
But may comment sa amin dito. Direk, you were one of the blessed or lucky people kasi konti lang kayo na time. Ngayon, sobrang dami na gusto mga filmmakers. It's hard to sift to the dami ng taong nagiging semi-directors. Actually, tama, mas marami silang compared to before. Is it because of the opportunity or technology? Kaya mas ngayon, direct.
Technology. Imagine, Raymond, nung kapanahonan ko, 35mm yan. Hindi ba? You're given 40,000 feet to finish a film. Di ba?
Tayo.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So, you you are trained by the necessity. You're trained by the urgency of the need. Pero ngayon, with the digital, with the digital generation, you can shoot yourself to death na until as long as as long as you like. So fine, hindi ba? It's fine. You can do that. Oh, there's Nadia Montenegro. Nadia, happy birthday. Okay, yun lang.
Nadia,
Oo. Ha? I
yan
think
ang
it's,
birthday nila.
I think it's her birthday. I saw. I saw.
Ah,
Here's
I know.
Marcos again here. Do you think ready ba ang mga Filipinos for world-class movies? Yung hindi puro love teams ang focus?
Ay,
Yeah,
magandang tanong.
yeah, Marcos. Yeah, they're ready. It's a matter of convincing the producers to do it and convincing the. You see, Marcos, there's a big difference between the cineasts or those who love the cinema and the regular moviegoer. Okay, there's a world of difference. I wish we can sit down and discuss it, and I will explain to you why the producers think that way too, because it's a business. It is a business.
Hindi
Mark,
natin maalis.
it's a business. You know, Marcus, it costs like a Regal movie would normally cost about 20 million. It means it has to earn 60 million to break even. Okay?
What?
Yeah. Yeah, because of the taxes. Yeah.
Oh,
Because of the taxes. So you need to really cut across. You really need to cut across. Now, is there an audience outside? You know what, Marcus? All it takes is somebody to be our Bon Joon-ho.
to
To play.
break the,
Yeah.
to break the mold. To, ano, to, just to,
Yeah. But that would
well,
require. Yeah.
well, ganun na nga. But then again, it's always opportunity if we know right timing and mix of all these ingredients. Ang hirap kasi sometimes eh. Like, si Villante is one of those na magandang ano niya. Pero pinaghirapan niya yun, pinagpukpukan niya yung mga ano yun na yun. I mean, sorry for the word, pinagpukpukan niya talaga yung kanya movies to be shown abroad. It was hard work. I've seen, yeah.
Alam mo Raymond, sinasabi nila, bakit ba mga Filipino movies hindi makapasok sa Oscar? Hello, do you know how expensive it is to try to be
So,
nominated?
do you have an idea? Can you explain to me kung gaano kamahal pumasok sa Oscars?
Kasi, okay, meron tayo ditong Film Academy which nominates the film which you will send abroad to the Oscars for consideration. There are about, 60 foreign countries there with 60 films. What is important is to make the Academy members watch your film, okay? In its limited run in these small movie houses that you have around Los Angeles, okay? And for them to watch it, you have to market it. You have to host parties. You have to have flyers. You have to have a whole game plan. That costs thousands of dollars, okay? You know, I'll give an example, Raymond. This happened years ago. This happened about, 20 years ago when I went to Berlin. Pucha, Raymond, pagpunta namin sa Berlin, ang dala-dala ko folder na may mga nakasalit na papel discussing my movie. Okay? Ganyan.
Okay.
Pumasok kami doon sa market kasi as a delegate, pasok kami sa market. Ano? May mga booth ang mga country. Okay? 2000 to year 2000, may mga DVDs na nagkalat, may mga brochures na ganyang kakapal. Akala ko bilang isang tangang third world person, binibili mo yun. Lapit ako sa booth ng Spain. I said, Buenos dias. Okay.
Buenos dias.
Okay. How much? No, take it. They give you all these. Habang
Promote.
kami to promote, dala namin folder. Ano ang laban mo? Ano ang
Wala. Hindi tayo prepared sa mga ganyan pag lumalabas tayo? I mean, isn't there like a group or marketing, that promotes the culture? Parang, di ba under arts and culture yan or something?
Well, it should be under the, it should be guided by the FDCP. But again, you have to realize that the FDCP only has limited funds to help all of Filipino movies and with the number of festivals abroad. Well, right now, there's not much happening because all the festivals have been canceled, But
Okay.
yeah, but Korea has that. Korea has a specific government agency which is dedicated to the promotion of popular media products. Okay? Hafa Aday from Guam. Okay, I'm enjoying your conversation. Thank you. Kindly discuss more about the global standing of Filipino products. By Filipino products, you mean by Filipino films?
Yeah, films. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we do have streaming platforms like TFC, for instance, in ABS, and then
So,
GM has, yeah. And then sometimes we sell our movies, okay, to Netflix, but I'm not sure if our movies are only sold in Netflix Asia within the region.
marami.
But I guess it's outside too. Nakaka-ano lang yan. Uy, Raymond, wala ka napansin sa Netflix kaya kung binuksan mo, puro Korea telenovela, Korean novelas.
Oo.
Di
Ang
ba?
ano, top Korean. Sabi ko nga, ang benta ha, kumikita sila even during the virus ha.
Oo. O, teka, may kwantang gandang question here. Can you enlighten us why all Filipino movies now have English subtitles, even locally released? Kasi ano, kailangan na yan? Kailangan na yan kung ibebenta mo sa mga platforms abroad. Okay, kailangan
Oo.
ibebenta mo sa ano yung mga kahit sa ano sa TFC yung papalabas mo abroad, requirement na mayroong English subtitle. Okay? That's part of the technical rider. Okay? Ngayon, hindi naka-subtitle. Okay? And since we can subtitle here, problema na. Yeah.
Balita ko, kala nila gano'n lang kadali mag-pick ng pelikula sa Netflix. I was talking to somebody na ganyan daw kakapal ang requirement, technical requirement ng Netflix. Totoo ba yun?
At tayo
Naloka ka?
ganun makapal siya talaga at tayo natatalo sa audio
Oh.
kasi there has to be a certain technical minimum in terms of the audio quality of your work. Sa atin hindi pa tayo ganun kahasa sa audio, maaring sa visuals kakayanin natin, pero malala ang technical rider sa Netflix. And but still you should be proud because Mikhail Red is doing an original Netflix series, okay, with Sam Concepcion, right? So yeah, Sam Concepcion, which is a fantasy. So yeah, hurrah for that little boy.
Siguro, you know the title? Because I'm curious tuloy.
Oh God, I forget. It's called Half Something, Half Lives. I'm sorry, I forget. Pero he's working on one right now. I think na stop lang because of the lockdown. I know he's working on one. Here.
We'll go to the questions that are commonly asked. Ano yung mga horror stories of actors in the local? You don't have to name names, but bad experiences with actors and actresses that you've worked with. I hindi naman work with habits naman siguro.
No, ganito. There are certain actors na ko talaga Raymond. Okay.
Bigla ako kasi may sinabi ka sa akin, hindi ko sabi yung pangalan tuloy eh. Okay.
No, there are certain actors that, all they have to do is whistle and I'll come running to their direction. Okay, there are certain actors I will always love to work with. Okay? Top of the list would be Judy Ann and Ryan, okay, who are my neighbors. Love very much the Agoncillos. Second is, I know she's watching, and I'm not saying this because she's just watching, Janice de Belen, okay, who I've worked with in some of my favorite movies. Then there is Maricel Laksa. Then there is Lorna Tolentino. And then among the young ones, the ones who I'm really, really enjoying working with really is Sue Ramirez. I love working with Sue Ramirez.
There's a different approach to us. I like it.
And then we only had the chance to work in one we only had the chance to work in one movie, but I'd love to work with her again. This is the daughter of Alma and Joey Marquez. This is Win Marquez. Yeah, and another great one is another great one is the daughter of Lot. Okay, Janine Gutierrez. They're smart. Okay. Yeah. Oh, hi, Janice. Yeah, I love you too, Janice. Yeah. These are people that, I will work with. But, in the same vein, there are also certain actors na maybe hindi lang kami mag-vibes, okay? Hindi lang match yung mga sensibilidad namin. And it is best that we remain in the same industry but not necessarily in the same projects. Okay?
Ayoko magsalita, pero thank you for those little...
Aray ko.
Hindi, pigil ako. Ate V's watching nga pala kasi she's very interested because sabi niya you had a very good long conversation last time na nakita kayo. And you are so engaging daw, sabi niya sa akin. That's why.
Sino si Ate V? Yeah. Okay. Because
Yeah,
yeah, we were both jurors in the Metro Manila Film Fest, and we had a wonderful time. Uy, may nagtanong na naman si Marcos. Marcos, you're asking such interesting questions, and this is about world-class Filipino documentaries. We have done world-class Filipino documentaries, okay? Documentary on Imelda, okay? Done by a Filipina, okay? There is another documentary which was done yung about the murder in Cebu of the Chong sisters. Okay?
yeah.
I mean, we
Yeah. What,
pero
God,
pero Marcos, it's not cheap to do documentaries. It's not. It's not cheap.
I know
Oo.
it's hard because I went through that, but how can it not be cheap compared to not actors? Sabi nga niya dito, he feels it's cheap because you don't have to pay actors now.
No,
Not
but then not really, because you have a lot of legal fine prints that you have to go through before you can release the movie, because you can easily be sued, and pwedeng gawa ng injunction yung documentary mo. It is expensive. Then when you make a documentary, you don't know when you'll end it, because the documentary writes itself. Hindi ba? So it's, but you know what, I agree with you. We are in my school, we are encouraging documentary filmmaking, because I think it's the next best thing. And then dapat nga magkaroon walang documentaries pero na-chenes
no,
dahil lockdown.
yeah, but totoo, even I remember during my generation, we didn't want to watch documentaries too much. Nagiging nerd na nga ang tawag sa amin pag nanonood kami ng documentary because kasi film okay. But now the millennials into documentaries. My God, I mean, I think thank you Kardashians for giving the reality uh, the reality push there, but it actually works. One of the highest, alam ko, sabi ko na nga, mag-react ka. One of the highest documentaries now in Netflix is yung Night Sky na things that happen during the night. Ang taas ng ano doon ngayon. And talking about sex, yan po, mga millennials, yan po ang pinapanood din nyo.
I know. Ano to, Diyos mio, parang may kausap ka na, OA hindi, madaldal lang ako. Bilis mo lang ma-impress, Wilma. Okay?
Ito, ayan.
The Pinoy artists are some of the best. Yes, Louis, I agree. And I am sure both of you will agree. But unfortunately, as you have mentioned, yeah. Louis, during our time, as it is now, it's still more of the same, okay? And maybe you're luckier even in your time because, vocalists like you, vocal artists like you, were given better opportunities during your time than we have right now. Hindi ba, do you agree, Raymond?
Ito, ang dami ngayon, ang tawag doon, maraming mga noise there. Maraming mga istorbo na you have to kind of filter it out to get the real talents coming in. Meron na nga formula niya, alam niyo ba, na lumalabas sa Spotify, if you have a certain formula for music, yun ang nag-hit. So, ang ginagawa ng mga new artists, kinukuha nila yung formula na yun, pina-factor in nila sa song, and yun lang ang repetitive, harmonic rhythm ang tawag nila.
May share ako sa'yo.
Ano?
Nag-LSS ako dito sa kanta ni sino ba ito, yung bad guy, si Amy, ano yun, Amy, the girl with green hair, okay? She won the Grammy. Okay, basta yun. Yung, I'm the bad guy. I forget the name.
I love that song. Datangan
So I was singing that song beside my students, and my students were looking at me with this really strange look. Na isang kalbong matanda ko kanta. Billy.
Billy Eilish.
Yeah, oo. I love it. Anyway, moving on. Okay. Okay, the Pinoy art. Uy, sana may second part pa itong episode na to. Pinaalis mo na kami, Joji.
Okay, kami tapos. In the first place, yes, may second part ng tao, hindi nakapanood ngayon. And, I'm glad that you guys are still watching it. Dito. You're so, what keeps you going and inspired to keep on writing? Kasi busy ka na magdirect. I'm reading it, sorry. Busy ka na nga magdirect, busy ka na magturo. Tapos may time ka pa magsulat. Saan ba nagagaling itong energy na to? Actually, ito tama.
No, it keeps me alive. I mean, I think the worst thing that can happen to a person is to sit down and to atrophy. Hindi ba? As long as your mind is functioning, you won't grow old. As long as you have an eagerness to learn and you have an eagerness to express yourself and you have this love for life, then you're forever gonna be young. Okay, you just have to enjoy yourself. You have to enjoy yourself. And for me, enjoyment is writing. Okay. Again, I will repeat, Raymond. I wrote that blog, and that blog has been around for years. I wrote that blog about K dramas because I'm bored. Okay, and I need to outlet. So
You know, but
I
you
people
don't have to.
enjoy it.
Okay lang, no, okay lang yung blog na yun. Kasi at the end of the day, whatever you write is, like what you said, is always a reflection of the times. And, you know, art reflects life, life reflects art, and vice versa. Sometimes it's a vicious cycle. You don't know where it starts or begins. Ganun lang yun lang.
And in
Ano
the
dun
same
eh.
manner, we have to evolve. Like I've seen your photographs when you started out as a photographer, hindi ba? Tapos
It's
pag ngayon yung mga ginagawa mong photograph, nakikita mo yung transformation, yung evolution, hindi ba?
it's kung wala,
I don't want to be accused of doing the same thing that I've been doing in the 80s, right? So, you have to keep on evolving, and you can keep on evolving if you are aware of yourself.
I think that's the reason why some people have never graduated or evolved to the next level because tinatamad na rin sila to evolve. So people,
Right.
pagod na ako, nagawa ko na yun or something. So,
Right.
kaya nawawa sila sa race.
Oo, hindi alam mo rin man pag nangyari yan, you will mellow and then you will rot like a fruit. Hindi ba? Pag sinabi mo, okay, I don't like, ayoko na, I've done everything, I'm gonna stay home and what? Wait for the angel of death? Hindi ba? I mean,
Ay,
what kind of a lifestyle is that? Hindi ba?
hindi ko,
Jenny, watching an old K-drama. It's such a comedy. I wanted to watch a comedy, so I'm watching now What's Wrong with Secretary Kim, and I'm loving it. Okay, all right.
if you were to change something,
uh,
if you were to change something in the system that we have here, sa, I'm talking about movie. What would be the first one that you want to really get your claws into para mabago, para magkaroon tayo ng improvement?
give the directors the liberty that they had during my time when I was most active in the 80s and 90s. During the 80s and the 90s, the directors had voices. In other words, what do I mean by the directors having voices? Each director had his own trademark. Each director made films which best express who they are and what is their world vision. Nowadays, I do understand the situation. I do understand the predicament. I do understand the producer as well as the director. Nowadays, producers come up with movies which are pre-formulated, which directors just merely render. Okay? Nung
Correct.
kapanahunan namin, ang sakit naman sabihin, nung kapanahunan namin, Raymond, alam mo paggawa ito ni Chito Ronyo, alam mo paggawa ito ni Joel Lamangan. But nowadays, you sometimes can't tell one director from the other because they're doing the same stuff, which is prescribed by the producer. So I wish you could give more leeway to directors to express their voices.
Well, my question ko is, are the producers the same producers who are the ones funding the ano? Can't we get new producers? For example, I'm just telling you this now as a fact also. The younger ones or the younger millennials, the younger people are more richer than the ones like my generation because of the opportunities in that's given to them, internet or digital industry. So ngayon they have more funding. Can't we shift our mindset instead of going to the old tried and tested producers? Look for these younger producers to produce for us.
Alam mo, Rema, may sasabihin ako sa'yo. Away kita. Hihingkaya
Bakit?
produce ng pelikula. Kung galit ako sa'yo, halika mag-produce ka ng pelikula. Because your chances of making money is, really, really, really low in the batting average. Okay? You need a long PC in order to survive as a producer. Ang daming ang indie producers na nagiging one-shot deal. Di ba? Nakukumbinsi sila, nagawa ng isang proyekto. Chances are, hindi kikita yon. Tandaan mo, Raymond, an indie movie will cost now about 5 to 7 million. Pinakamura na yon.
Mura na yun?
Yeah, yun ang pinakamura. And to think, Raymond, nung panahon ko, Oro Plata Mata cost 2 million. Di ba?
That beautiful is 2 million lang?
Yeah, that cost too. Yeah. Dude, of course, it's 80s, right?
I can't get my mind wrapped around that idea. How can a beautiful Obermeister like that cost 2 million, and to make a regular indie film is what, triple the cost?
Look,
What?
look at it this way, Raymond. Nung panahon na ginagawa ang Oro, Plata, Mata, nakakapunta ako sa quad, okay, na nakataxi, na gumagasta ako ng 70 pesos. Pag uwi ko, meron akong dalang mga shopping bag. Okay? Ganun ang halaga ng pera noon, okay, sa pera ngayon. At saka tulad
Okay.
ng, it's the taxation of Philippine movies is unbelievable. It's the highest taxed movie industry in the world. Okay?
What?
So yeah, it is, Raymond. It is. Ask any producer, and that's their bane. That's the war that they have to fight. So nowadays, like as I said, a Star Cinema. I mean, no, I won't even go into the Star Cinema arena. But a Regal movie would cost, let's say, about 15 to 20 million. But that would require what, 60 million to break even. And how many movies make 60 million? Of course, you can have a fluke, like for instance, my God, if you put the king of and the queen of two kingdoms together, namely Alden and Catherine, you will have not only a mega hit, you will have a supernova. Okay? You earn talaga practically a billion. But just how many chances do you have to do something like that? It's mahal. Now, how can I invite new producers? Awayin mo ko, Raymond, kukulitin kita produce ng movie. Okay.
So for short, ang sinasabi mo sa akin, you won't even wish it for your enemies na mag-produce ng pelikula kasi.
No, I wish there would be more producers if there would be greater government support in terms of tax incentives and tax holidays.
Isn't it cheaper to produce video-based movies as compared
Ano na,
to...
they're all digital na. They're all digital na, requiring a certain quality in order to.
Oh, okay. You've touched on something there about artistas, like the combination of Alden and Kat. I've worked with them. I have no qualms about them. They're good people. They're talented people. But why is it there is such a formula like what you just mentioned here na kailangan ng ganun kong pangalan para surefire hit? Does that mean people don't watch because of the story? They watch because of the actors? Ganun
No,
ba
it's
ang...
no, it's A and B. Well, with the case of Alden and Catherine, that's a wow, that's a fait accompli, right? I mean, that's a master move, right? I mean, because
Okay.
it comes together. But kung pangit yung ginawa ni Kathy Garcia Molina, hindi dudumugin yun noon. So in other words, maganda rin casting, at saka maganda pa yung pelikula, therefore, maganda rin ang kinitan nila, di ba? Tandaan din natin na meron din naman mga kombinasyon na dati na nag-work, pero hindi ganun kalakas ang dinideliver na pera kasi hindi nagustuhan ng masa. Hindi nagustuhan ng...
True.
Okay. So, it's good to have them. Isa pa na-realize namin, pag rom-com, kailangan fan-based. Okay? Hindi ka pwede... Oo na ano. The only exception to that is Kita-Kita. Remember that? Kita-Kita. Yung kay Alex De Rossi at saka kay Empoy. That's a rare, twist of fate, di ba?
Well, I hate to date myself, pero I remember the time there were, I take back what I said because I remember the time pag Vilma Santos and Christopher De Leon, I didn't care what the story was. I was a fan. I would go and watch whatever it was, Karma to whatever. In fact, most of the movies, di ba?
No, kasi naman, Raymond, you're talking about legends, okay? You're not talking about just, Vilma and Christopher were icons, okay? From Pagputi ng Uwak, Broken Marriage, okay,
Wait. For now, they're icons, but during that time, were they considered already icons?
Icons na sila noon. At saka remember, they were not a love team. They were not a love team.
It was Boyet and Nora and Vilma and all these other people.
But they were younger. But nowadays, hindi ba nung kapanahonan din natin nangyari yan? Because remember, John Lloyd and Sarah Geronimo were never a love team. They were just good together. John Lloyd and Alonso were never in love or, lovey-dovey, but they were taken because they were so good together. They had chemistry together. So, you have to find these tweaks. And remember the time of Piolo and then Juday? I mean, they were never in a relationship of sorts, but maganda yung chemistry. may nagtanong dito tungkol sa pag-aartista. Mahirap kasi kapag yung personal nahamo sa professional, kasi oras na nagka-leche-leche yung personal life, maapektuhan yung professional involvement and branding. So mas maganda yung, they're just good together. Teka, ano ba ito?
True.
Ano ba ito? What is your signature in making films? Pag napanood mo, alam mo na Joey Reyes, ito. Hindi, ito muna. Every time, okay, thank you so much. Oh yeah, my God, you remember that, Patrick, when I gave a talk in BGC? Oh, God, okay. Then yung kay Marcus uli, okay, Marcus is, gusto kong hanapin itong taong ito after, okay?
Marcos, wait, before you continue, Marcos Sanyel is our viewer from Switzerland. He's a friend of ours here who watches every time. So as far as Switzerland, he's there.
Okay. What is your signature in making films? Pag napanood mo, alam mo, Direk Joey, I don't know, Marcos. I really don't know. Maybe somebody can say that, but then I will not be qualified. No, I think it is humble on my part to say, oh, that's a Joey Reyes movie. No, maybe it's fun. What do you enjoy most? Writing, directing, or teaching? How do you measure your success? Okay, number one, I love all three. But in order of what I like, I love to write, I love to teach, and I love to direct. How do you measure your success? I don't measure success. I'd rather be fulfilled. Some of the most
Yeah,
in the world are fulfilled. What?
Somebody said it right. You mean most of the gauge sa mga tao is how to be successful, but what you said is right. Once you're fulfilled, it's a different kind of success. Some people measure it kasi by we have our the currency now of this generation is not money. Do you realize that the
Really?
currency of this generation is actually attention? Because you wake up in the morning and you check how many followers actually liked your post. You wake up in the morning and you check, oh, ilan ba ang gusto ng ilan ba nakagusto ng K-pop novela na inaano ko. And all about likes, all about people getting their attention. That's why nagkaroon ng boom about people doing selfies, doing their no offense, you can there's nothing wrong with that, doing TikToks, not because they're good at passing that, the currency of this way is attention. If wala, kaya ng mga bata ang suicide is so high is because ang nangyayari sa kanila, walang may mahal sa akin. Bakit? Wala kasi nagla-like. Yung like nila iba.
Yeah,
But
I've come to realize that kasi because I've seen a lot of extremely successful people, yet there is such deep loneliness in their state na because they realize that after you fulfilled your so-called dreams, okay, after you acquired what are the material things which should constitute the fulfillment of your dreams, you realize it's not fulfilling at all. This is not bullshit, Raymond, okay? But you know what is the most fulfilling thing for me?
what?
See, students of mine like you being very successful. Seeing students of mine, there was a time, oh God, I'm gonna cry. Okay, there was a time I met a student in a reunion, and she said that, you know what, you gave me the love for reading, and now even my children love to read, and I really have to thank you for that. At that precise moment, Raymond, I said to myself, okay, it means I gave sense to my life. It's not what you have, it's what you leave behind that matters. A lot of people are so obsessed about having things, okay? But like, for instance, all these toys you see behind me, they're not gonna define my happiness. They just surround me to make me happy. But my real happiness is I'm happy because I am me. Hindi ba? And you are happy, you're you. Hindi ba? And I think that is what is most important. Hi, G. Oh, God. She's a very special girl for me because we did Luksong Tinik. Okay. Luksong Tinik. One of her, it's my first action movie. Actually, my first and last action movie. And G, I hope you're okay out there. Okay. I hope that
Yes.
doesn't shake you too much. Okay.
She's the one who said na nagkaka-earthquake sa LA that time. Oh, I hope you guys are okay now because earthquake and COVID is not a good combination after all.
Oh yeah, G was also in Roller Boys. And Roller Boys had Patrick Garcia, the late TJ Cruz, okay, Kenneth Peralta, John Prats, and they were all kids. My God, now they're all fathers. Okay, also it just more or less gives us a date, okay, of how many movies I've done.
I'm amazed at your memory kasi that's very rare. You remember the people you work with, you remember the smaller people also, and and you haven't stopped. That I'm not saying this again because you're in front of me, but that is something that I wish I have because kahit ngayon nagsisenior moments ako. Ambi Burak is also watching.
Hi, hello.
Si Mac Bautista.
Raymond, how old are you? I mean, if you don't mind my asking this publicly, you can say,
I know I'm 56.
okay, all right. I'm not
Sa mga
okay.
that's how long we've known each other. So there, I'm 56. And yes po
We're
mga
young.
kaibigan, umiinom ho ako ng formalin every day para sigurado ho ako.
No. Share natin na we had such fun. You know what? This guy is such a lovely person. There was a time that I used to go to Boracay alone. Yeah, I go to Boracay alone because it used to be my happy place. Okay, talaga Raymond, it used to be my happy place. So I was
We're happy.
yeah for New Year, right? And then you know what? Raymond was so nice to adopt me for New Year's Eve with his family, with his late mom and his brother, and I will never forget that. I will never forget. I was with the Isaac family with his beautiful nephews and nieces. Di ba? I will never forget that because they adopted me for that night. We're all getting drunk one New Year's Eve in Boracay. So I love this.
No,
Okay, all right,
no,
all right.
we'll pass it on. I didn't adopt you. You deserve more than whatever I can. Next, kasi baka mag-iyakan pa tayong dalawa dito. Next, please. Yes, more days. Yeah. Giselle po, nasa Bora rin ho during those time nagkakalaplin siya. Joke lang!
Okay. Okay,
Wow.
Wilma, most of your movies are full of learnings at talaga pinag-isipan nyo. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And right now, although I don't do as many movies as I can, or as I wish I could, uh, I find great delight in helping young directors fulfill their dreams of doing their dream movies. So I line produce movies for them, for Riga, and also for some outside sources. Okay.
Hi,
Ano
question. How do you move forward after this? I mean, that's just say there's no ano pa rin. What do you think we can do para hindi naman tayo magmukhang gago na nakakulong kasi China yun up already. There's still no vaccine available. Where do you think
you
we're
know what?
going?
The first thing we have to do is to accept. Okay, so this is our situation. We can't go out even though the quarantine is lifted. And the quarantine's lifting is not within our powers. It's within the powers of people who are responsible for it. See, so kung ganyan ang gagawin mangyayari, tanggapin natin, okay, what do we expect after this and how are we gonna deal with it? Number one, ang aming tanggap, hindi kami makakapag-shooting katulad ng dati. We have to cut down the number of people, which really pains me because it means when we go back to work, fewer people will find work. Okay? Ikalawa, we have to practice protocol of social distance, of sanitation. Nag-iba na, nag-iba na. Number three,
So,
you know, Raymond, ang hindi ko matake talaga, yung naka-face shield ako at saka naka-mask all throughout the shooting. Just kung nasa loob ng garapon, okay, while I am shooting, but then that is something that I have to accept as well, hindi ba? So these are givens, and then more important, okay, itong given, what can we do? Hindi, Raymond, hindi tayo susuko. Hindi tayo susuko. Kaya nga tayo,
never.
we will innovate and we will find ways to keep on moving. We cannot make suko because a lot of people depend on us. Okay, they depend on us for their livelihood, and we cannot let them down. And then lastly, we advance. For all you know, this is a blessing in disguise. We will discover new forms. You know what's one blessing I found out, Raymond? It's
Uh,
about ourselves. When you're locked up pala for 40 days with nobody but yourself to deal with, you learn a lot of things about yourself which you thought you never had in you because you were too busy leading your life for others. Now you look at yourself and then ang ganda pala ng Korean novelas, hindi ba? Something, hindi ba?
Okay, we'll wind up by, parang Boy Abunda to, we'll wind up, we're doing fast questions. Short answers to fast questions tayo. Okay?
Game.
Sino ang crush mo ngayon sa showbiz?
Wala.
Uy! Sino
None.
ang next? Sino
Ah,
ang next male? Sino ang next male leading man? Kasi nawawala na ang mga leading man ngayon.
next male leading man, okay? I still think it's a toss-up. Ito personal ko in terms of their talent, no? In terms of their talent, well, kasi with Alden is already a leading man. Okay, Joshua Garcia is already a leading man, but somebody who I really think is so good and so deep is Jameson Blake.
Sino?
Jameson Blake from ABS Magic. Okay, Jameson Blake.
Oh, yeah. Remember, sino naman sa babae ang sa tingin mo may future na maging next leading lady?
Oh, there's quite a number, but you know what? I really yan ang aking yan ang aking crush. Okay, my showbiz crush sa babae, si Gabi ni Khalil Ramos.
Yes. Maganda siya. I love her face. Very
Oh, and I
angelic.
saw her in person. Oh, ganda. Okay. Who else? Oh, next.
Next, are you wearing any underwear now?
No, I'm not. You want me to prove it? No, you won't. Okay.
Prove it. I'm good. If you were to make an autobiography of yourself and your life, what title will it be?
The title of my blog, Choking on My Adobo.
Oy, I still love that. I wanted to play that for myself. If you were to hire an actor to play you in that movie, who would it be?
Oh, that's really difficult. Okay.
Diba?
I'm going to. He's not an actor, but he's the best to portray me. You know who it
You know,
is?
you know.
He's right here, Mark Reyes. he just,
Smart.
he just has to add a little bit of height, okay, and lose a bit of that hair he is so proud of. Okay.
Pwede mag-cast tayo ng mga same height para magmukha siyang matangkad. Di ba? Ganun nagagawa kay Tom Cruise.
Okay.
If you have a theme song for your life, what is it?
Again.
If you have a theme song for your life, what
Yeah.
is it?
Oh, that one is very clear with me. It's a
Ay.
it's a it's a cheesy Barry Manilow song. You know what it is?
Mandy.
Ano ka ba?
Could it be Magic by Donna Summer?
No.
Bad Boys? Sige.
No. My the theme song of my life is Barry Manilow's "I Made It Through the Rain."
Survivor. I made it through the rain. Anong pinaka-ayaw mong pelikulang dinirect?
Dinirect ko.
Oo, dinirect mo. Ayan na! Sorry, these are the questions. Remember when I announced it, I said people ask me questions. Ang alam ng mga viewers ko, hindi nila post sa public. Pinapadala natin sa personal space ko. So ngayon, ito yung mga questions na hindi mo alam. Go! Without degrading yourself.
I feel uncomfortable about it, but I'm still proud of it. But it's not really a very impressive movie. It's my very first movie. It's called Regal Shocker, the movie. Yun ang kauna-unahang pelikula.
Huwag kang ganyan. Ako nanonood ako Regal Shocker. Huwag kang ganyan. I love Regal Shocker. Alin pelikula to?
Regal Shocker, it has Carmina, it has Rufa, and it has Isabel Granada. Okay. Kasi ang original title noon, Teenage Stories. Okay. Nung the mother, niretitle niyang Regal Shocker, the movie. So it must be so horrible that a movie called Teenage Stories became a horror movie. Okay.
Yung ba yung first na series ng Regal Shocker?
Yeah.
Yung Teenage.
Yeah.
Oh!
Okay. Next question. Okay.
Uy, maganda yan. Ano ang laruan na binili mo na pinagsisihan mo? Uy, alam nila ang mo buhay mo
Anong laruan ang binili ko na pinagsisihan ko? Wala rin naman. Certainly not the toys I buy from Japan. Okay, I enjoy them tremendously. Okay, but I enjoy my toys. Look, Okay, my nephew has a more substantial collection of toys than I do. But for the record, I collect Japanese monsters. Okay, they're all
Oh,
downstairs.
wala,
Uh,
that's why galing talaga alam mo na buhay mo. You know about your toys. Pero meron follow-up question doon. Hindi naman puro Japanese toys ang pinapag-usapan. Meron din kaming mga toys na nabibili sa sex store. Nahuna
okay,
natin discuss sex store na yan, ha? Kayo talaga. Pag ikaw ay natutulog, ikaw ba ay nakaakap sa unan or walang unan? Oy.
1, 2, 3. Teka, binibilang ko. I have 8 pillows eh.
Oh my God, these people know you. They know how many pillows you have. This is weird.
I have 8 pillows because they surround me. The pillows surround me. I everywhere I go, I need to have a pillow. Yeah.
Okay. Last two questions. Ikaw ba ay mabibiktima ng TikTok?
When properly provoked, because I really want to do the TikTok ni DJ Leo ng dati ni Sam Concepcion. Gusto kong gawin 'yon.
Eh kung siya yung nag-aya sa'yo, bakit hindi ka hihinti? Diyos ko naman.
Ay, oo naman. Oo. Bubuuin namin yung buong kanta. Okay?
Para sa kanya. If you were to buy something for yourself now, what would it be?
It's something, if there is one thing I want, it's something which is not of monetary value. You know what I want? I want to go
What?
out with my dog. That's all I want right now. I want to go outside. I've been locked for 40 days, and each time I go out once looking like a monster. But I just want to go out and walk around the village with my dog Megan. That's all I want. And that will make me very happy.
Si Megan. Nakikita ko yan sa post mo. But thank you for joining us. I know you have work after this. Nagmamadali rin ako para you can accommodate your meeting. Alam ko meron ka pang meeting. But would you like to say your goodbyes and greet our frontliners and doctors who are watching also?
Okay, firstly, I'd like to, this is for everybody. Please stay safe. Please stay home. I know it's difficult. I know it's been 40 days. But then let's look at it this way. There is no absolute and ultimate solution to this in the near future. So we just have to accept and live with it. Okay. I think what is important is that we learn to adjust and keep ourselves as positive as possible. As long as we're alive, we have all the reasons to be grateful and all the reasons to be happy and to find happiness. And to the frontliners out there, you know what, guys? I have done so many movies and so many TV shows in my life, but they mean nothing compared to what you guys are doing, because you are risking your lives to give us a semblance of security and to provide us with a sense of normalcy. I think that is not just a profession, that's a vocation. And the good Lord has blessed us with so many of you. And there is not enough ways of saying thank you to all of you. And we love you all very much. And after all this is over, I promise the next doctor and the next nurse, the next health worker I see, I'm just going to give you a life-defying hug to say thank you for standing up for us. That's all, Raymond, before I cry, okay?
Ako naman, okay, at the risk of also tearing up myself, I have one wish. I wish that everybody had you as a teacher.
Oh, but I will be a teacher to anyone who wants to listen.
I you don't know um, you don't know the impact that you've given so much of your students.
Thank you so
And
much. Thank you. I
so
love you.
before we start crying with each other, mga kaibigan, thank you for joining us again today. Tomorrow, we have another wonderful guest. But today, I want to celebrate Joey Reyes. So wala kayong pakialam. It's my
Thank
show. Celebrating him.
Thank you so much.
Thank you again. All right. Thank you, everybody. And thank you for joining us. Peace
Bye.
out. And stay at home. Huwag kayong manghawa, mga bullshit ko. Hindi hahaba ang quarantine natin. Ganun lang
Stay
yun.
home, stay home, stay home. Home
And
is
pray.
okay. Bye bye.
And pray always, please. Bye.